Okay, so we have porosity, that's how big the holes are in your face. And then we have the general areas of the face. So the 2 or 3 fingers of your scalp line are the gallbladder or bladder. And we know as herbalists, we can't separate our organs from each other. So they're always going to merge a little bit. So what you will see are things like dandruff or pimples or dry scalp, some indication that something's going on there. The upper forehead is the large intestine. So any lines that appear in this area, it doesn't mean you're old. I actually look better now than I did when I was 24, because then I was covered with lines all over my forehead. So large intestine is the upper forehead, and these very distinguishing lines that are common on people are also large intestine that come along your cheeks. Then if you have one line that travels all the way across your forehead in one constant line, that means there's poor transition from the small to the large intestine. And then we have the small intestine on the,
You're good to go.
thank you. The small intestine is the lower part of the forehead, and small intestine is also going to show us lines, little choppy lines or longer lines. So the general rule about lines is the deeper and longer, the more time it has taken to grow. The eyebrows we talked about, thick is good, but if your outer eyebrows are diminishing, thank you, are getting patchy or disappearing, that's a thyroid symptom. And thyroid will also show your thyroid's here. And if you have a line above and a line below, like baby thighs, those creases, that's hypothyroid. So hypothyroid will also show as dull hair, dull eyes, sleeping poorly, insomnia, calcium, and misassimilation. So, all right, eyebrows, gallbladder is here. And you can feel on yourself right now that the gallbladder, if you feel this area, it should feel the same above and below. And it's about the size of a silver dollar. So if you have pimples or dryness or oiliness just in the silver dollar area at the side of your eyebrow, that is the actual state of how your gallbladder is handling oil. Pretty interesting. So gallbladder, and gallbladder lines are the inner eyebrow lines that come up. This is gallbladder, and liver is the central line. Some of these are very common lines, and you'll see many, many people have these lines, but you have to have 3 indications before we pass judgment. So if we have liver here, the eyes also reflects to the liver. So if all of a sudden you feel like you have to wear sunglasses on a cloudy day, that's a liver symptom. It means your liver is under duress. You know, you go out and you have 3 margaritas and can't read your book the next morning. It's your liver speaking to you. Under the eyes, if it's puffy, is kidneys. And kidneys in general are the ears. And the ear is the inverted fetus. So the head is the earlobe, and the little baby spine all curled up is this outcropping of cartilage that is most prominent. Not the outer ear, but the cartilage. And then the feet are all wrapped around. So the spine is actually this part of the cartilage. And you can pinch that cartilage on your own ear to see how strong your bones are. So if you pinch it and it feels crunchy, your spine is crunchy. If it's thinner at the top or bottom, it means you have less calcium in that part of your spine. So if it's thin at the bottom, near the head, that's the cervical spine. And then you can reach around to the person, feel on their spine and say, does this feel tender? And usually they'll say, yes, actually I have scoliosis there. Or, I had a car accident and that vertebrae's out, or whatever. And the central line on the tongue, right down the center, is the spine. So if you have a wiggle toward the tip of the tongue, the little human body, the head would be off the tongue, neck, torso. So if you have a wiggle toward the tip of your tongue, that's cervical, mid back, low back. And so you have 3 easy places to look to check out the spine and the health of the spine. The lungs are the cheeks. Cheeks, gallbladder. The pelvic floor is the TMJ. So you want to feel does it click? Does it move from one side to the other? Then you want to check your hip flexors are doing exactly the same thing. So this is pelvic floor. All of this pelvic floor. Ovaries are above your lips, and they'll show as you age. Like I'm 72, so I have lines above my lips because cessation of ovarian function. Thank God. I've had enough children, thank you. But if you're working with somebody with infertility and they have lines on one side and not on the other, don't say anything, but they have a good chance of getting pregnant because one ovary is still working. And then if you get pimples above or below, that means that ovary is under some kind of stress. So the womb and the prostate are this area. And on men, you'll most often see redness in this area if they have an inflamed prostate. So I think we did all the organs. Spleen. Spleen is the inner eye. And you'll see a little white kidney bean that pops out. And sometimes people will have that if they've had a high-speed accident, like a car accident or falling out of a tree or off a horse or something, and boom, they get this little white kidney bean. People with diabetes also get that kidney bean. And spleen is also right here. It's like rivulets, like watching the ocean go out and come back in. And there's often yellow coloration because the spleen and pancreas work so closely together, and that yellow color is part of the pancreas. And then we go into colors, but that's enough for right now.